The lobby of the Grand Alder Hotel glowed like a jewel against the fading evening light. Soft piano music drifted from a corner near the bar, mingling with the scent of polished wood and expensive perfume. Guests in tailored suits and glittering dresses moved through the vast space like pieces in a quiet ballet, their laughter and conversations softened by thick velvet drapes. Behind the concierge desk, phones blinked steadily, a rhythm of business and urgency beneath the polished calm. Camille pushed her cleaning cart along the marble floor, her movements smooth and unhurried despite the weight of a long shift. Her dark braids were pinned neatly at the nape of her neck, and her crisp uniform still looked immaculate even after hours of work. She paused to buff a brass railing until it gleamed like liquid gold, lost in the steady comfort of her routine. Then a sharp ring broke the gentle hum of the lobby. The desk phone lit up, flashing insistently, but the receptionist was nowhere to be seen. Camille glanced around. No one else was close enough to answer before the call went to voicemail. For a heartbeat she hesitated, aware of the unspoken rule that maids weren't meant to touch the front desk. But professionalism won out. She set down her cloth, picked up the receiver, and greeted the caller in a calm, clear voice, speaking flawless Dutch. The sound of her words, smooth, precise, carrying the warm cadence of a native speaker, rolled across the marble hull like an unexpected melody. Conversations faltered mid-sentence. A man paused with his wineglass halfway to his lips. Even the piano seemed to soften. For a moment, Camille's quiet competence outshone the hotel's polished luxury, her voice weaving a bridge between two worlds that rarely touched. Across the lobby, Alexander Vries felt the familiar rhythm of his native tongue cut through the gentle murmur of English voices. He stopped mid-sentence, the polite smile he'd been offering a business associate fading into genuine surprise. Dutch, here, in a Manhattan hotel lobby, spoken with the crisp elegance of someone who had lived among the canals and cobblestones of Amsterdam. He turned toward the sound and found its source. A young black maid standing at the concierge desk, phone cradled to her ear. She didn't glance around for approval or hesitation. Instead, her posture radiated quiet authority as she answered the caller's questions with seamless precision. Each word carried a natural melody, neither hurried nor rehearsed. Alexander felt a flicker of recognition, of home, of childhood streets, of late-night conversations with his grandmother. The memory startled him, tightening something in his chest. Around him, the lobby continued its elegant choreography, but his focus narrowed to the woman in the neat uniform whose voice had silenced an entire room. When she finally ended the call and gently replaced the receiver, her dark eyes lifted, and for the briefest moment, they met his. It was not a servant's glance of deference, nor the fleeting look of a stranger. It was steady, calm, almost questioning. Alexander felt an unexpected spark, curiosity, admiration, and the sudden certainty that this encounter was far more than coincidence. The concierge, still a little flustered from witnessing the quiet spectacle, approached Camille as she returned to her cleaning cart. His voice was low but urgent, carrying a note of both apology and awe. "Excuse me, Mr. Vries would like to speak with you." Camille's hand froze on the handle of the cart. Her first instinct was to refuse. Hotel policy was clear about staff keeping to their duties. But the look in the concierge's eyes told her this wasn't a reprimand. She smoothed the front of her uniform, willing her heartbeat to slow, and allowed herself to be led across the polished marble floor. Each step seemed to echo louder than it should, as if the entire lobby were listening. Alexander Vries stood near the grand staircase, tall and impeccably dressed in a tailored navy suit that caught the golden light of the chandeliers. He wasn't looking at his phone or the business associate lingering nearby. His attention was entirely fixed on her. When Camille stopped a polite distance away, he offered a warm, disarming smile. "Your Dutch is extraordinary," he said, his accent carrying the soft vowels of Amsterdam. "It's been months since I've heard someone speak it so beautifully." His eyes searched hers, not with the casual curiosity of a wealthy traveler, but with genuine respect. "May I ask how you learned it?" Camille hesitated, caught between professional restraint and the sudden pull of memory. Finally, she allowed a small, almost shy smile to surface. "My grandmother was from Utrecht," she explained quietly. "She raised me for a few years. Dutch was the first language I ever loved." Alexander's expression softened, his own memories flickering across his face. "It shows," he said, his voice almost reverent. Language carries more than words, it carries history. And you speak it like someone who hasn't forgotten either. For a heartbeat, the noise of the lobby seemed to fall away. In that unexpected meeting, between a hotel maid and a millionaire, a door opened, not just to conversation, but to a shared past neither of them had known they were missing.